Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. This is Pete here on the channel, just trying something a little bit different today. Hopefully someone will join us soon to tell me how good the quality is on the stream, because what I've done is I've actually set this up so that we're streaming from one of the cameras, and hopefully it's not too bad. So hello viewer, welcome to Garblag Games live on YouTube. If you could let me know what it sounds like and what it looks like in the chat, then that would be really useful. Let's have a look. Hi Pete, it's Sammy. Oh, hello, how are you doing? Hey Sammy, could you tell us how it looks and how it sounds, please? This is the first time I've done it through this way, and I'm hoping this looks better. It looks good to me, sounds good. Excellent, brilliant. That is good news. Hey Lance, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Garblag Games Live. Sound is crisp. Look at that, crisp. If I look occasionally off to the side, it's because we've got the screen up so I can see what's going on, and so I can see the chat. And I've got in here a little bit earlier and hooked up the system. And over there behind the curtain, do not look behind the curtain. Behind the curtain, we've got my phone on a 4G giving out a 4G hotspot to my laptop, which I can now use the camera on the central column for, which is great. So that's all cool. So hello, welcome to the studio. If we get funky a bit later, I can even rotate the camera so as we get more people, we can get more people in. Hi, Nicholas. Hello. How are you doing? As one of our regular viewers, Lance and Nicholas, please tell us how this compares to previous streams. Hopefully better. So cool. Great. It's a bit chilly here in the UK. It was snowing this morning. Nothing that some of our Scandinavian viewers experience. Better than last. Excellent. Hello, Jinxio. Nice to see you. Welcome to the live show, and thanks for watching the last one as well. So as I was saying, it's a little bit cold in here, so we are filming tonight the next episode of Flint and Steel, which is our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition actual play show with me as the games master. It's going to be great to get back into it. We haven't done it in a little while, which is cool. And I'm waiting for the guys to turn up. And this is my chance to have a chat with you guys. Love the mountain toll map, by the way. Oh, Lance, thank you very much for talking about that. We'll chat about that in a minute. As I said, we're filming. Here we go. You can see my bald spot for a little bit there. We are playing this tonight, Wicked. So we're live streaming now. On Saturday, the latest episode of this will come up on the channel. Also, live today, I was hoping to get it done last night, but for some reason my computer was playing up. We have got the first episode of our first midweek actual play series, Vostok's Chance, which is Scion RPG from Onyx Path Publishing and White Wolf. Colin is running that one. I'm not in it. We're branching out. We're having shows in the studio without me, which is great, which means hopefully what we can get to start to do is 2 shows a week, 4 concurrent shows running on alternating weeks on the 2 days of the week. So exciting things coming. Here we go. Better picture. Audio is maybe a bit too much of high pitch sounds, but still better than when it was coming off of the phone. Thank you for the feedback, guys. I'm glad that this is a bit better for you than the last time. It's been a bit of a contentious point with myself that the streams have not been great quality, and I've failed to manage to get a good stream going on. So hopefully this will be better for you guys. Roger should be here soon, but to be fair to him, I've set up fairly early. I believe that it's only just gone 7, and I don't need to set up, and I don't need to do all that preamble, and we're here and we're good, and it's time to talk about what we've been up to. So I mean, obviously you guys, please feel free to tell us what games you've been playing. We can chat, we can talk about them. We've had the Escape the Dark Castle card slash board game, which we released on the channel as well last week. That was a load of fun. Unfortunately, Sam was ill, so we couldn't do the finale slash epilogues of Masters and Monsters, but we did do Escape the Dark Castle, and we had Leon on the channel for the first time, who is going to be joining us for our D&D game, which will start probably the end of March, depending on whether or not they all get brutally murdered in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So Leon joined us. That was a really good fun game. Go and check that out on the channel after this. It's a really old school revival fighting fantasy Warhammer first edition feel to it. You kind of draw cards as if you're progressing through a dungeon until you get to the final boss card. Very atmospheric, very cool. Adam, been playing Zweihander, Kingdom Death Monster, and Hollow Knight. Now, I've good on 2 out of 3 of those. Zweihander, we all know that. We're friends of the Zweihander guys. Here we go. We've got one. Whoops, what was that? We've got one right here, Zweihander. And obviously, they've had all their wonderful announcements recently of their publishing deal. They're now an imprint, and they're getting all kinds of stuff going on, which is really, really cool. Very happy for the guys over at Grim and Perilous Studios. Kingdom Death Monster was obviously that infamous Kickstarter that was huge and loads of things and kind of quite cool miniatures, lots of weird creatures. Hollow Knight, I have to admit, I don't know what that is. So if you want to, Adam, if you want to let me know, or anyone watching wants to tell me what Hollow Knight is, that'd be great. Maybe I might be interested in it. Might even do it on the channel. There's a little bit of condensation on the camera, by the way. This is the pre-filming time, which is the condensation calibration time as well. So we let all the condensation wear off. You can see I've been trying to put some stuff on the walls here. We're going to get around to that, finish that off with a bit of soundproofing, extra stuff. It's a bit like Metroid, but with a more fantasy and melee vibe. Oh, okay, so it's a console game, or video game, or computer game, whatever you call them. I don't get a lot of time for those, unfortunately, because of all the stuff we're doing. So Escape the Dark Castle was cool. That's on the channel. We've got the new Scion show, Vostok's Chance. Vostok's Chance was a 90s reality TV show in a kind of enclosed area where participants had to undertake increasing levels of crime activity. There were no non-actor people in there. It was all security people and actors, so anyone they committed a crime against was not really impacted. However, after a few seasons, it got predictable and it got cancelled. However, the characters in the show have now been invited back to take part in Vostok's Chance once again. It's been revived. Why is it being revived? What's going on? And who is the elusive Vostok, Mr. Vostok, who actually runs the whole thing? So anyway, go and check that out after this. It's the latest video on the channel, so it's cool. I've been watching it back whilst editing it, which is a weird feeling. I don't know if there's going to be some harsh language coming up that I have to remove, but it's generally pretty family friendly. And the guys, we've got Dan and Dave, 2 new cast members for that show. Roger's in that one as well, which is cool. Good old Roger. He's now more on the channel than I am. I think he's taking over, as he said last week. And also Sam, Samantha, who's in Flint and Steel as Morgan, will be playing in that show as well, although she couldn't be in the first episode. And John as well, who was in 5 Cities, played Saint the Paladin. He will be returning to the channel in that show. He'll also be joining us in Dungeons & Dragons Planescape, which is cool. So loads of stuff going on, which is great. I've been drawing maps. People on Twitter are probably sick and tired of me showing ever progressively more detailed versions of the same map. But as you know, or may or may not know, I haven't got the map here. It's currently, this is not a safe environment for delicate documents. So it's in the house, on the clipboard, all set up nicely with the grid underneath so I can finish it off. However, Lance, who's hopefully still watching, gave us the inspiration for a mountain toll house. And I thought a toll keep would be great. 2 towers either side of a mountainside pass. So you've got the mountain on one side, you've got nothing on the other, and you've got this keep sort of blocking it. Yes, Lance, I personally love it's like looking at Lego instruction books, which I love. Cool. Yes, Lance, smiley face indeed. Oh, here we go. We've got all this stuff that's for Warhammer. But this might be a little bit reflective, and I'm sorry if it is, because it's a presentation booklet. Let's angle it like that. Oh, that just fell out, didn't it? The Garblag Games Adventure Locations. These are now what we are producing. So that's the first one, the Abandoned Tavern, which went up on Drive-Thru-RPG recently for $2.99. $1.99, sorry. It's also available to our Initiate Plus level patrons over on Patreon. That's the $1 tier up. So everyone who's a patron can get their hands on this. Oh, we have a visitor. Oh, hang on. Hello, hello. Who do we have here?
Hello.
Come on in. Roger, I've managed to set up the stream on this camera. What? So you can sit there now. And you're nicely on the stream. Look at this. Look.
Oh, it is nippy out
You've
there.
got your camera. Yeah, that's why the condensation. Every time we open the door, we get a blast. Okay, let's see what I'm going to bring this chair over here.
Hello, everyone. Who's online?
We've got Lance, Nicholas, Adam, Jinxio. We had D6 Evil Men.
D6 Evil Men.
Yeah, 1 to 6 Evil Men. And various other stuff. Oh, hello. Someone's got the special edition, the fancy version of Woofrup. Do you want me to pop your bag over in your corner?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
In your corner.
In my corner. That's how it works.
It is. There you go.
Cheers, Pete.
Right. So the good thing is now we can see the chat as well as being able to stream through.
I know, it would be amazing. I can actually see what people...
Yeah.
Well,
hey, Roger, says Lance.
Yeah,
it's still a bit small.
It's small. I'm still going to put it on in my phone. Hello. Yeah. I hope you're all having a nice evening.
Yeah. We're just chatting about what games they're playing. And I was just going over the... yeah.
You're playing that one.
Yeah, we are playing that one. I was just going over the... oh, yeah, that all fell out again. The Garblag Games Adventure Locations. So we've got the first one is available for all patrons.
I'm just going to turn this on and turn the sound off. Double sound.
Oh.
There we go. Now I can actually read what you're saying. Like the semi-Christmassy jumper. It's not so much... Well, I mean, I suppose it is kind of, but it's more the fleece lining makes it really warm.
Yeah. So, sorry, Roger. We've got the Abandoned Tavern for all patrons, $1 up. And every month, all patrons, whatever level, will get one of these adventure locations. And we're currently working on the second one, the Smuggler's Hideout, right now, which is another map that I drew.
Right.
So that's
what we're working on at the moment, isn't it?
That's kind of halfway through. That's the map's done for that one.
That looks cool.
Oh no, the new one.
Oh, new one.
Yeah, so the Smuggler's Hideout's colour one with the 2 levels by the river, and then the new one is the Mountain Toll Keep, and that is the map I'm finishing right now. I've been really getting into it, really putting a bit more detail in.
Is it a dwarf Toll Keep?
If you want it to be. The idea is that these are open source fantasy locations that you can fit into any system and any setting. I maybe put a bit of flavor in there if you want to use one of my settings, but really the idea is I'm not going to put a load of stats in there for Warhammer, because then D&D people will be put off or whatever. Does it have multiple levels? The adventure location will have multiple levels. Yes, the map that I put up will just be their base map, but the adventure location will have the extra levels of the towers, because there are 2 towers, Eerie Tower and Falcon Tower.
And are you doing maps of the other levels of that?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. And you'd see that the base level, one of them is the bedrooms of the guards, and the other is like a meeting room with bars and doors that allow you to shoot through, in case the people who try and come in and trade with you are actually evil. And then the levels up will be an armory, and an eating area, and then the level up from that will have a walkway across, so you can get from one tower to the other. And in the top levels, there'll be a ballista mounting on Falcon Tower, and a signal fire on the other tower.
Light the beacons.
So you can light the beacons. Yes, I was actually asked on Facebook, I think, is there going to be a signal fire on top of one of them? And yeah, there is.
To say people can like it and then say the words Cheryl Teague's nice.
I don't know. Okay. No, I don't know the reference. Sorry.
Right. I hope at least one of you got that, but
maybe. Well played, sir. Yes. So that'll be Adventure Location 3.
The adventure locations look wicked, though.
So thank you.
So what level of patron?
Well, this is the thing. So the idea now is,
because they're really cool.
The idea is that Adventurer Level Plus. So if you pay $4 a month or more, you get all of them.
Nice.
Yeah, and if you are an initiate, you get one of them a month.
Is that the $1 one?
That's the $1 one.
So when you become one, I'm guessing you pick one.
No, there's going to be a vote.
Oh, right, I'm with you.
Yeah, so I'll create a set of adventure locations, and then in the month when they get another one,
all the $1 ones will get a vote.
We'll do a
see
vote.
Which one they want.
Yeah, and maybe the $4 guys can say, "Hey, the Mountain Tollkeeper's cool," or "The Smuggler's Hideout's better than that one," kind of thing. Or hopefully they're all good. Hopefully you enjoy all of them. But yeah, we got the first one out. We've had some nice comments and some nice info back, so that's cool. So just the Patreon is like an evolving thing at the moment. I want it to be about the channel.
Are any of them going to get used in the show? The maps, I mean, rather than
well, we've already used the Abandoned Tavern.
Yes.
And perhaps, maybe, on other things. A couple of people have already told me that some of the maps they want to use in some of their games, which is cool. Obviously, that's what they're there for. And I'm really looking forward to that. So that's cool. Yeah. So I was talking earlier on about your new game that you're in on the channel.
Oh, Scion. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So you just rolled up Sam's character at lunchtime.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sam and I actually work together, so that makes it a bit easier.
It does.
Yeah, so she's a scion of, I forget the name of some Chinese god.
Okay.
Which is quite
cool.
What
kind of powers?
Sky, war, and fire.
Wow, cool.
Which kind of makes me think of kind of a Dragon Ball Z character.
Yeah.
Fly up in the air, spend 15 hours powering up.
Summoning a power and then nothing happens.
A mountain or something.
Yeah, but the bad guy's still standing.
Oh, yeah, the bad guy's still standing. But there'll be a spectacular explosion.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But don't worry, we won't air all 15 hours of Sam going, my character is stood there going, roll.
With hair like that.
Even though, yes, I get Dragon Ball Z is Japanese, not Chinese, but the fire, sky,
the concept carries.
War, kind of, those three powers kind of seem a bit Dragon Ball.
Sure, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, cool. Oh,
Lance is saying that he wants to use the Mountain Toll Keep in one of his games. He has plans already. Love it.
Perhaps one of your podcast actual play games?
Nicholas is saying, crap, I never made the Super Saiyan GIF.
Oh, well, you'll get the opportunity now, so then maybe you can
watch character. Just find a clip of Sam going,
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we still need the Flint and Steel GIF, the actual, the Christmas one, Flint and Steel. We're all shouting Flint and Steel. That was cool. I mean, I'm glad I got you all to finally do it as well. That was good fun.
Well, it's slightly less deafening when you're also one of the ones shouting.
Yeah, that's true. The sound coming out of your mouth blocks the sound coming out of your face.
Because what they can't see on camera is the trickle of blood coming down our ears when you scream it.
Which we'll have tonight, which is great fun.
That's why we all...
Perhaps Lance said, perhaps, because I've been listening to Lance's podcast.
Okay.
He's the Old World podcast, which you can find in all good podcast vendory type places or whatever they're called. Apps, that's the one.
Podcast vendory.
I'm messing around. iTunes. I use Podcast Addict. It's free. It's a nice little app. Yeah, it's good.
No idea.
And Lance and the guys and guys and girls have an actual play, and then they have a review show of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition, and they go into a lot of detail about it. They go through the sections. They're doing a series of career offs, which I really like. So basically, they pick two.
Which careers can beat up which careers?
No. So they pick two careers, and then they talk about them. Well, kind of. They talk about the careers, and then one person picks one, and the other person picks the other, and they have to create a character. as interesting as possible,
Okay.
with 1,000 experience points to advance it, and then they describe it to the audience, and then people go on Twitter and vote who did the best character.
Right. Okay.
Which
that
at the
makes sense.
moment is kind of Lance's ego stroking, as far as I can tell, because it's very descriptive. He's very good. He won the first one. I don't know if he's won the second one yet, so we'll see. We'll see. But it's the latest one was between the Wrecker and the Ratcatcher.
The Wrecker.
Yeah, it's like a dude who goes around on the river. He's a river pirate,
Okay.
basically.
I was thinking. Please tell me the Wrecker was called Ralph.
Well, we can
Just
see.
sails around going, "I'm gonna wreck it."
Yeah, we can see. I don't think they do Disney gags, do they?
No, just music ones. I think.
Yeah, Wrecker. No, there's
Oh.
no Wrecker called Ralph.
Oh,
That's a shame. But yeah, you guys should
there
go and
be a
check
Wrecker
out.
called Ralph.
You should go and check out the Old World podcast. It's really good. The guys, it's a really nice, polished podcast. They've got good stuff to say, interesting things. It's not all sort of, it's amazing, but there's some good thought and discussion about, especially the optional rules. The guys on the show talk about they would like different optional rules and things.
Okay.
So I'd recommend going and checking out the Old World podcast. Great bunch of guys, and giving me a cool idea for a map. So there you go.
Cool.
So that's very cool.
I'm still looking forward to them bringing out more careers.
I know you want the Ironbreaker, don't you?
Well, there wasn't an Ironbreaker, but adding one in would be really cool.
Look, there are loads of possibilities. It's just
I
the
know,
difference now
hundreds.
with the 4 levels.
Yeah.
They've got to think about it a bit more. Thanks. You're welcome, Lance. It's a good show. I really enjoy it. So I think other people would, especially those who watch Flint and Steel. You know, our first episode is at 1,500 views. Our second
Wow,
episode is
okay.
nearly at 1,000 views for series 2.
Series 2, the sound quality is better.
It's
the
much
story is really good throughout, but the sound quality does take a bit of a jump in season 2.
better. Definitely.
And I was courtesy
I think
of all
just
the
general
stuff from the
patrons. Yeah, thank you guys. So you've
the
enabled us
extra
to
mics
do
and soundboards
just
and stuff. Big difference.
so much more. It's amazing. I mean, all this kit here, you know, and on previous videos I've gone around the studio and shown a bit.
You've seen it all before, but
and
it does make a big difference.
So the latest thing, what did I get recently?
Oh, he's gone, and we never saw him again.
That was the day Pete died, off camera.
Nobody knows why he jumped that day.
Here we go. In with all the
behind him all along.
Even with all the other crud. We have new. You see, the problem is the battery life's not very long.
What is this?
This is an LED lamp. You know, you complain about that shadow on your face. This is going to be this close to your face, and it's very bright.
See, I do have a shadow right here for half the filming.
I've thought about it.
I just need to move. Entirely deliberate.
I just need to move the arm.
Although I do approve that the colours of the leads above where we sit are blue and yellow, which are the colours of the flag of St Albans, where we are.
Yeah, don't give them too much information about our location.
Beyond that, it's top secret.
Although I think I mentioned Jersey Farm in the last episode.
Oh, well, if you haven't, you haven't now.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's just ruining everything.
Whoops.
It's much harder to have a secret underground layer when he tells you where it is.
Yes, it's not underground. That would be cool.
Oh, now you've given something else away.
Volcanic one. Oh, hello. What's this?
What is that?
Going back to podcasts. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look. Bold Spot. Warhammer Enemy Within Blogspot. These guys were awesome. Okay. Let's show that. There you go. I don't mind showing other people's stuff.
Style.
I think the community has to help each other. We've all got podcasts. We've all got shows. We all want to share them. And as long as they're good and not offensive, then I'm happy to share it on my thing. I've just shared that without knowing what it is, though, saying that. So I might have to remove that link later on once I have a look at it. But hey.
As long as it's nothing dodgy.
Yeah, Fabius Bar, we hope. You've just proven
with the name
that you are not Roger. And I keep saying to Roger that he's made loads of accounts just to make me feel better.
Yeah, I've been accused of at least
what's the point of having a secret underground lair if you don't show it?
If you don't show off to the heroes.
Good point.
Fair point.
Good point. Speaking, I need to do a few more underground lairs, don't I? I think. That's the other thing I was going to talk about on the Patreon right now. I don't know if someone wants to whack a link to the Patreon in the comments for me. That would be very kind of you. It's a bit. I can't quite do it from here. in the Patreon right now, on the latest post, we have a vote going on for the next map that I'm going to draw. So we've had the Abandoned Tavern, Smuggler's Hideout, Mountain Tollkeep, and then we've now got a bunch of options. I think there's 7. There's like the farm, the bandit camp, a couple of other things. Go and have a look. People are voting at the moment. We've had like 10, 12 votes. If everyone here went and voted, although some of you probably have already, then that'd be cool. I think Bandit Camp is winning at the moment with 3 votes.
Campo de Bandito.
Over a couple of...
It was done a long while ago, but done very well.
Thank you, Leon. Thank you very much for putting that link in there. That's Leon, our cast member. Hello, Leon, who was in the Escape the Dark Castle, as I was talking about earlier on.
The other day. That was really cool.
It was really
I haven't
good
actually
fun.
watched it.
Really good fun. I've had some feedback that maybe we shouldn't switch so much between cameras.
Okay.
If you guys go and have a look, give us feedback on that as well. It was our first go at that kind of game. Basically, we're switching between 2 views.
We've done, wasn't it?
Yeah, properly. Yeah, properly. And Leon's going to be on the channel for D&D come end of March. And maybe we're thinking about trying to get some card games, some other card game type things and board games. There's Leon and another chap who I won't name yet because we're still trying to get him to come on the channel. Might be playing the Arkham Horror card game. There's a new set coming out.
Is that a Fantasy Flight one? Or?
There's a Fantasy Flight one. I think it's Leon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I think it's Fantasy Flight, and there is a new pack coming out for it with a new like adventure because it's an adventure. It's like a role-playing card game. It's very
a bit like Escape the Dark Castle.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But I mean, the rules and mechanics.
Yeah. But it's very flavoursome. It's got a lot of story. Yep, it's Fantasy Flight games. Yeah.
But yeah, the Escape the Dark Castle playthrough is a bit like watching the story through when you go back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You should definitely go watch it and see if we actually managed to do it. Because I played a game last weekend and we got smashed.
Oh, really?
Utterly smashed.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. So, the Circle Undone. That's the new cycle. So it's a new story with extra characters and challenges and all kinds of stuff. And it's very flavorful. It's very atmospheric. It really gets you into all the Cthulhu mythos type stuff really well. It's really good. And we're hoping that we'll be able to have a game of that on the channel as well for you guys to watch. Now, we did an Arkham Horror game a long time ago when it first came out. We got quite a few views. However, the sound and lighting and setup was nothing like this. So hopefully that'll be much better. And
back on the Escape the Dark Castle video we did, I was after the Tanner and Miller comments about how it sounds like a cop duo.
Yeah,
I was really tempted to suggest to Leon that we call our D&D characters Tanner and Miller.
Well,
that'd be the buddy cop movie.
Do you know what Leon's playing in D&D?
A bard.
A kobold bard.
Yeah, bard and sorcerer.
Called
buddy cops.
Leon, you gave me give me the catchphrase on the chat. Go on, you gave me. He's Leon's doing a voice.
Oh,
he was inspired. He was inspired by Bagric.
Woo!
Yeah, and he's doing a voice, and he's a kobold bard, and Simon's GIF rogue, the giant hippo rogue, who Simon doesn't know this yet. I'll tell him when he gets here. Oh yeah, here we go. Heskin Longsnout, bronze of scale and silver of tongue.
Oh, you're bronze.
Yeah.
Yes. My half elf might be draconic and might be bronze.
Oh, wicked! That would be excellent. That would be so good.
Buddy cops, Liam. You know you want.
That would be really good. That would be really good. Yes.
I said it's almost like Batman v Superman. Wait, you've got bronze scales too. We're
quality. Look at that. Yes. So
now we need some.
But basically, the GIF has been on a ship and it's been attacked. Sorry, I thought someone was knocking on the door. The GIF, his Spelljammer ship has been attacked, and he's and like apparently destroyed. And he got off onto the other boat and stowed away. And he found within the bowels of this boat Heskin Longsnout, who's been kidnapped for some reason, taken away from the world of Faerun, and they are both. No, it's Faerun because it's got a thing over the U, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Okay. Faerun, Toril is the continent, is the is Faerun a continent and Toril is the planet?
I'm from
Forgotten Realms.
I'm from D&D Mad
Forgotten
Max Town.
Are you from Dark Sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. We got
Kind of why
Dark
I
Sun.
went with one of
Hufflepuff.
the metallic dragons because obviously metal's so valuable in.
The only
Dark Sun.
problem is that the Dark Sun, there aren't dragons like regular dragons. There's just the dragon. And then Sorcerer Kings want to become a dragon.
Which is why the
But we can-
Draconic blood would be so utterly valuable.
And maybe when you came into this world, then it
That's when it
manifested in a certain way. Okay,
That's when it triggers. I didn't
Okay,
have any
cool.
of that before.
cool. Okay,
I was
good.
aware of.
Okay, like it. Cool, we can do that. Who cares? It's roleplay. So basically, the GIF and the Kobold are going to be a pair.
A couple.
Not a couple, sorry. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a kobold in that relationship.
Oh. And I'm thinking that we'll start with you guys in like maybe pairs of having met, and you'll kind of come
Okay.
together. But I want a way that you're all together from the beginning,
Okay.
rather than hey, there's a random hippo in the corner. Do you want to go and talk to him? You know, kind of thing. Which
Hippo, kill it!
yeah, hippos are the scourge of my village. I vow vengeance. Ha ha!
Did I forget to mention that my character utterly hates hippos?
Hello.
Oh, we have a Sam.
Hello. Come on in.
Hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
How are you doing?
We're actually filming on there.
Ah, well, there we go.
I'm pointing at
Yeah.
the laptop to you. It looks like
Take it,
I'm
I'm
pointing.
not late.
No, you're not late.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's been a while, and I wanted to make sure that we're here in good time. And
Oh,
also,
yeah.
I remembered to bring a thing with me.
The thing.
Yeah.
Thing with
Well, I
you.
brought several things
Oh,
with me. One of
things.
which being my character sheet. So
That's
that's a good
useful.
shout.
Gosh,
That is useful.
crumbs. I was about to say something else. I was going to bring my D&D sheet.
Oh,
Ah,
I haven't got that one, but we don't need that one tonight. So
No.
there's Morgan.
cool.
But I've also got.
Oh!
That's the thing,
Whoa,
right?
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
That's so cool.
Look at this. Look at this. This is that's leather, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Leather D20 dice bag. Look at this with a little thing, and you open it up, and your dice are inside the
That
D20.
is
Many-
amazing.
It is
many
absolutely fantastic. These are all laser. It's all laser
It's that one's laser edged, yeah, and then hand stitched.
and hand stitched. Look at this. Look at
That
that.
is really
Looks
cool.
very cool. It's so cool.
So,
Has she done the numbers correctly?
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. Even better.
And she's talking about making one of each, so you could actually have a full set. Not that one person would really need a full
See, the
set.
problem is I'd
Right.
need two smaller ones so I could have a D100.
She can make smaller ones. You can make them any
Oh, that's
size,
so
any
cool.
size you want. So they could be like
Where are
massive,
they,
but that
man?
would be
And I managed to set it up with a camera.
quite
Yeah.
That is so cool.
quite massive.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind us giving a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Thornless Rose.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Check her out
definitely.
on Facebook. That's Thornless Rose. Makes really cool stuff such as that.
Could someone
I'm assuming
maybe Leon?
she might have a
if
shop
you're
link
feeling
Yeah,
somewhere.
she's got a
Right.
Facebook page.
Could you go and
Instagram
link a
and all
page?
that stuff.
Because Thornless Rose is fantastic. She does
Yeah.
such cool stuff. I've shared it a lot on the channel and on the Garblag tabletop gaming community already.
But yeah,
So hopefully
worth a
you've
look.
seen some of the things, but it is just so cool.
But she's
That
So
is-
cool.
That is amazing.
she's gonna have all of the sets. So she'll have D4s.
Oh, wicked!
and I'm
all the
assuming
way
then
up.
the
Oh,
ability
man.
to.
You can
Produce
also
more.
have smaller ones.
No, we're just gonna have a
obviously-
giant set then. aren't
Well,
we?
obviously, the more
I now want a giant one just so I can roll.
Come on
the
in.
more sides it's got, the more like stitching it is, and the hand stitching takes
Chairs.
ages.
Yeah. I
So
can
this was
imagine.
my Christmas present.
It's a Lawrence and a
But
Kev.
she is talking.
Hello.
Hello. How are we doing, guys?
Yeah, good. I was gonna say I heard outside cheering and then something leather, and I was gonna come in and go, "Oh, Sam's in leather. Where's your D20?" But then I realised it's a bag as I walked in, so I thought it was gonna be like a
what we can
leather
do is
D20.
Yes.
Like,
No. No.
Oh,
And
someone else
well,
can
the
get
thing
on
is,
in
if
shot
you
over here, and I
if
will.
you tuck because it's on a drawstring, if you tuck the drawstring inside, you can roll it. It does roll.
I,
So
I, said, I doubt,
I don't think it's
you. Balanced.
I need two more chairs, don't I?
Simon
Simon and me.
Do you need a
Yes.
hand?
Cool. No, that's fine. You guys carry on with the
Yep,
show.
we are doing stuff.
Can you click on show? See there, Roger, on the screen?
Yeah.
You see that? Leon's shared a link for Thornless Rose.
Got it.
Thank you,
There we
Leon.
go. Cheers, Leon.
Excellent.
Nice
Thank you.
one.
It's happy to have. It's handy having cast who aren't here, so they can link things in the chat, which is really handy. Thanks, Leon.
that don't just troll you like I was doing.
Yeah. Liam, you control us if you want, but you know.
I'll get you back later.
Yeah. Karina's going to deliver some beer at some point, so she might knock on the door. But I'm going to get some
Beer delivery.
beer delivery.
Well, I mean, it's great when you A, drink, and B, aren't driving.
Well, you're not, and you're not.
I know.
You do it. Sure.
So, yes.
Drink. Guess what I found out this week, which I never knew before.
What?
Probably everyone else will.
Your name is Batman.
No, my best friend's name is Batman, but we won't go into this. It's a long story. No, that what's it called? Magic 8 balls have a D20 in them.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 20-sided.
That's what.
Yeah,
That's the,
I didn't
Oh,
realize.
okay.
And someone made a table
that makes sense.
so you could do a Magic 8 ball shake and it'd be
On
like
your
20.
D20?
Yeah. Like a 1 being my
That's
answer
like
is no,
cheating.
and like a definitely yes being a 20, and then they have every other one on it.
Oh, that's
Really
cool.
Wicked.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like a random poster. So I was like, I've never really thought about it.
Yeah.
You see the triangle come up, but I never knew how many sides. Hello.
That is a shiny thing.
This is the special edition of 4th Ed.
I think you'll find this is a book of Sigmar in there for one. It's got a hammer on it.
It's gone now.
Well,
It's got a hammer on it, Roger.
you have to get between a dwarf and a door, man, Liam. Sorry, I probably shouldn't slip into Bagric Royce just yet.
No, it's fine. I
Too many people
came
would get turned on.
prepared.
It's even got a Twin Tails comic. This is in yours and yours.
Just picked up on the comment.
I was hoping you'd gloss
Oh,
over it
my.
and not realise.
Oh, hang on, someone else. Liam's thinking.
How is everyone? Good Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did pretty well. I survived. I ate lots of food.
Surviving is always a bonus.
It's a good start.
It's not the be all and end all. I mean, the food is clearly number one, and then surviving. If you eat and die from it,
19. Not bad. I'll do.
That's a pretty good result. Can't argue with that.
I got a 19.
result.
Pop that one over there.
So, have you guys been playing many games over the course of the week?
17. And I can see it from all the way over here.
We played.
Yes!
7.
We played
My
Deathwatch
luck
on Monday.
continues.
Yes, we
We
did.
did. There was an Iron Hand
Hurry up,
involved,
Bagric.
Accidentally.
and he was rather
accidentally
mechanical,
2
and
Deathwatch games.
heartless.
2
Quite-
Deathwatch games.
Well, his hearts are bionic, so I can say that my Iron Hand is heart.
So I'm off camera,
Oh,
but
no,
I just
he's
want
just got a
everyone
metal
to.
one.
Is this the camera?
Yes.
Yes.
I am currently touching Roger's character sheet.
does that mean he has played?
I'm
'Cause,
learning
like,
all
we've
his
got-
secrets.
Don't forget that Morgan
my.
and
This sounds really wrong. They can't see what you're doing.
Realism, Roger. Was it really required that you draw Bagric and the nude on the back? I mean,
Well, it wasn't a requirement. It was just fun.
right. Those are mine.
Sorry.
Oh God, Pete's never
Okay.
going to leave us alone
Pete's not
again.
here.
I am here.
Oh, we're screwed. He can hear everything.
It's
Ah!
He's never actually left.
I've been hiding.
He's just behind the curtain. listening.
Stealthy.
Do not look behind the curtain.
I forgot to bring my Warstone dice.
Would,
I've got
would you
my,
like to borrow some?
no, I've got my beautiful pink princess dice.
Pink
so
princess. Okay.
I'm happy.
I don't have any pink princess.
Also,
dice.
I have my new dice bag.
If
Can you see
I
that?
find my
Walk
Warstone
stuff on.
dice, you can have
Surely
mine.
John does.
No, John has frosted tail blue ones because they're his ice princess dice.
Oh, okay.
Because John,
Because frozen.
and of course the dice are metal.
Kev's hiding.
Kev is hiding. Well, unfortunately, I mean, you've got
This
to
isn't,
stand
this
up
isn't
behind.
bad, you know. We've got pretty much everyone on here. You just,
Yeah.
Apart from Kev, just lie across our like laps.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're in an interview, Kevin? He's
So-
just sitting on the far side of the table for me.
So
Okay,
tell us
but
what
Are
makes
we
you think
interviewing
you're
him,
right
or
for
is he
Flint
just
and
judging
Steel?
us?
Yeah.
I'm here already.
Kevin always judges us.
Well, that's a pretty good answer.
I know the story so far.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah, so we don't have Jim tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which will mean
So
it'll only take
Hartwin
one take on the 5 seconds of silence.
Has gone back to the tavern.
Never.
To-
Sorry? Yes.
I'm here to represent.
Hartwin has gone to have a beer.
Hartwin had to go. His people needed him.
But it's actually I'm not.
I got like rolling. I keep rolling in like
No.
trees and
I've met him. He was around.
I've met him. I'm not his friend.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, that's
And
what it
he's not
sounded
here.
like.
What are these?
That is anti-damp stuff
Yes.
Like silica.
to keep the exactly
Exact
to keep the
under.
stuff.
Oh,
out.
Oh, I
hello.
think we
I'm
might.
thinking it's some part.
I'm going to throw a wild guess and assume it's
It's
Simon.
a Simon.
I'm shocked.
Shotgun stun.
do you want this back?
Am I over there? I'm on the other side of the table. Right?
Is there a lot of? I looked at the
You
first
guys
couple.
can
Is there a lot of
see
traditional
everything.
stuff centers?
No,
Hey,
it's more that
we're
it's
live.
just
We've got it
really
hooked up
pretty.
to a proper camera this time.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's been streaming pretty well.
For some reason, I half
You can sit
expected you to
there.
do multiple places.
Yeah.
Strongholds and followers.
Beer! Yes, we will be getting beer at some point.
So here.
It's quite cool.
Stronghold and what?
Fabulous.
Strongholds and followers.
Oh, Matt, yeah,
yeah,
Matt
yeah,
Colville's
camera.
thing.
I got a nice leathery limited edition of them.
Is it good?
I don't have it yet because they're printing soonish. But I got the PDF.
I was
Okay.
quite,
Very cool.
quite lucky. I stumbled across that in a bookshop where I had a 10% off voucher for.
Yeah.
So
And then is it
Yeah.
10% off the purchase?
My,
Yeah.
my
You just
sister.
Yeah.
go in and buy.
No, it was 10% off a purchase.
She loves me.
And I went in there.
Also,
I didn't have any
she
intention to buy anything, and then I saw the limited edition
Don't we all?
roleplay book and went.
Which is why I bought it tonight, so that I could show it.
Yeah.
It's now like calling me.
That is
Limited edition books, you say?
Yeah, it's sorry.
That's a nice book you've got in front of you there. Is it Dwarven by any
It's
chance?
mine.
It's
Sigma.
special edition
got
full
Sigma
rule book.
symbols on
It's
the
full of grudges.
No, that's what his
Not-
not
diary
not
is.
Dwarven grudges, just Roger's grudges.
I assume it was a book of grudges.
I do have a book. I actually do have a book of grudges.
I know you do.
Well, do I bring it back on your books? I think it is. I can't remember. I'll check.
I'm pretty sure
I
yes.
think it is. I think
That's
when we
not-
switched it over before. we switched over.
Hey.
You can also get one of those on Redbubble. Anyway,
Malt beer,
was like,
roaring
that's
fire,
not
and
mine,
then call it a mine. A mine.
a mine.
I did quote
Yes.
Gimli earlier when
Yes.
he asked if we were all on tonight.
It's really
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Do you ever see those
And my
Raven
axe.
Rock? They do refillable notebooks.
All right.
It's really cool if you could get like refillable notebook sheets that were those.
Well, every question I get is are all the pages the character sheet? So,
That
no,
would be
it's a notebook.
That would be kind of handy.
It would be handy.
A whole book
And they
of
can
character
make a
sheets would
book
be good.
Of
Character sheets.
character sheets if you go on Lulu and you do the ring bound thing, but you just make a PDF that is 260 pages of that.
And you could,
Have you ever-
yeah.
I think
Well,
it's Raven
there's
Rock
more
or
pages
something.
though, isn't there?
And they're
Three
all
pages.
bards.
It's basically
There are
like
three
five
pages.
for D&D.
Yeah, can you just like spread it evenly across and then just have a book?
That's all right. Sorry, Kevin.
I was saying that I think they're Raven Rocks something or other, but they're basically
Raven?
like final facts for D&D.
Okay.
They're on
Yeah.
Kickstarter. Or Indiegogo.
Okay,
I think we
cool.
should get some.
But yeah, it'd be really cool to have like
Get some more.
insertable sheets like that. Then wherever
get
you
some
had
music
a
sheets in there,
campaign
so
starter.
we can put
That would be cool.
put
But they're
music
like
to my
leather
poems.
bound, like this size.
Make my lyrics.
Oh.
In,
Oh, Joel, hang on.
in our Deathwatch
Coming.
game, our
Oh.
white scar
Beer,
keeps
beer,
writing
beer, beer,
haiku.
beer.
Hello.
That makes sense.
Is that the beer run?
I think it might be.
Here we go.
Down.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Of course, it is
Look.
a small one.
This is the last one.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no,
don't worry.
It's over.
Bye.
The real hero of this story. Hello, Karina.
It's my little man.
Right side I
Do
died.
you want
I
to
don't
put
think
that on camera?
Hey.
Hey, Mrs. Garblag and little Garblag, who was 2 the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, it's your
happy
birthday, wasn't it?
man.
Okay, one.
Just do a swap, yep.
Okay, past that.
Well,
Roger's
like, yeah.
hand appears from as if.
Well, I thought you might want a hand with it and not just stood there holding it.
Yep, cheers. Thank you very much.
I'm right, I'm going home, thanks.
It's not very much beer for going home.
It's more than I had when I got
If you
here.
had like a whole couple of cases full,
You
you
would
might
have
go
to
home.
pay me.
8 beers
Not
tonight.
8. Not 8.
If you drank the 8 beers on a go, that'd be pretty good.
You would have to pay me more than that. to
Would
make
that
me
be
go home.
really worth losing everyone's friendship over?
Well,
8 beers?
it is only you, lot, so.
Friendship.
Whoops.
Ostracised for 8 beers. Entered into everyone's
Hello.
grudges for 8 beers.
I don't know. We lose everyone's friendship though, or we give
What's
them
that?
sort of
I
like
would
a
like
Rog
that.
ran off with the
disgusted
beer.
respect.
Mr. Garblag, yes.
Yay.
For being the only one that thought of nicking the beers. And
No, we all thought.
Hi,
We
Tony.
all
the only one
Simon
brave
thought
enough
of
to
it
voice
for a
it.
long time. Simon's still thinking about it.
Don't forget to like the video
Because it's, awesome.
and go and check out our other videos and like those.
Have you,
Smile,
Do you
it's
have
open
you
the
not
green-
noticed that all my
Open the green
characters are
ones.
teetotal? Have you never noticed?
It's a
I
true.
mean, I'm not gonna lie, Simon. I don't know any of your other characters except Alvin.
Yeah.
Alvin.
Yeah, go for it. That's what they're for. They're
Yeah.
for. I don't know what
the
that
It's-
one is.
blue.
Is it okay?
Session IPA.
It's
No
not-
idea.
It's not cider, is
What does
it?
it say?
No, it is.
No,
It's a
good.
beer.
Okay, cool.
I've no idea what it's like. It's beer.
I can
Should be
find
good.
out if you like.
For pure.
Here you go.
Ah,
You
guinea
find
pigs.
out.
Excellent.
Oh, he did have a yellow jacket on. He is the canary.
Yes. Indeed.
If he drinks one and
Or
goes,
just
this is really, and just falls over.
French and angry at the government.
Maybe. No politics, please.
I made no comment. on where
Very
I stood.
true. That's very true.
I can't.
No, we're okay. We're okay.
The official Garblag view on politics is
No
It
politics.
is no.
What's politics?
just
Oh,
waiting.
it's a skill. In,
We just play games. We just play games.
No, in
It is-
Scion.
it's a skill in Scion.
Okay.
And
So
my
I took
character
one
has
point
it.
in it so
Okay.
that I might vaguely know what people are doing when they're shouting at me.
Right.
Why
What,
I've
politics?
I
upset
thought you
them.
were going to say
No,
something that has a political acumen of your average MP.
One thing.
Sorry,
Come on.
Pete. Sorry.
Hey,
That was general.
That's not-
I didn't. I was thinking of naming names. I didn't. But good point tonight. Good point.
To be
my-
fair,
Kevin's on form. This is going to be a
Regardless-
fun session. Yeah.
regardless
yeah,
of what your
cool.
political views are, I think everyone could agree with.
Yes, just in whatever country you're in.
Roger and I had a productive lunch break at work today,
You
rolling
made your
my
character.
Scion character. Yeah.
Yeah.
After I
Roger
finished,
couldn't remember the name of your god.
I was random rolling things, and then that didn't work.
Death God, Death God,
Because-
Death God, Death
Ravens.
God.
Ravens.
Well, the
Yeah.
first one was Morrigan, and then I
Cats.
definitely got Hades. Oh, and then I got.
Oh, you got Set, who
Well,
was
yeah, I got
really
Set,
cool,
yeah.
but you have to play as a total ass.
Well, also I've done Anubis before.
Yep.
It's similar.
Yeah,
Don't
similar.
let him hear you say that. They're not best friends. And then I got Cyrus, who is a dead god
Yep,
rather than a death god.
yep. That's cool.
And then it wandered off a bit and went Sky, because I got Horus.
Still think you should have done Raiden,
Yeah, well.
just so you could scream Mortal Kombat before
Oh,
every
God.
fight.
I nearly got that T-shirt tonight, actually, but
Okay.
no. It turns out he's actually a bit of a dick as well.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
to be fair, he was in the game.
Are they all gods?
To be fair,
You gotta get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm a god.
Like, some gods are far more of a dick than others. Basically, the entire Greek pantheon is all
Yeah.
dick.
Even.
Oh, I'm a Greek. I'm
I
therefore
got
better than you.
Poseidon
In
twice.
Scion.
In Scion.
In Scion.
Yeah, we are discussing Scion here.
Deities? Is deities
Not
better?
in real
Are you
That's
are
fine.
you in real
joking,
life
man.
Greek gods?
Shh.
Just checking.
Do you not?
Hey,
I'm just
Do
checking.
you not?
Athena's badass. Just saying.
Very climbable mountain peak.
Artemis-
Everyone to check.
Artemis was badass.
Very climbable. You don't even need special
It's a
gear. You can
metaphor.
walk.
It's a metaphor.
There's a reason why they're capricious and horrible. Just like women.
Thor's cool.
Yeah.
Thor is really cool.
Yeah, but he gets drunk all the time and then like kills people.
And
Yeah,
dresses-
that's why Roger
dresses up
likes
as a
him.
woman.
I'm not seeing the downside.
Dresses up as a woman, pretends to be
Sure.
Frey, marries a giant, and then kills him.
You know,
It's
Thor.
just normal shit.
I never said he was
Do you know,
normal. I
that
said he was
sounds
cool.
like.
That's
he's
in his
playing
hanging
a
out with
role-playing
Loki
game.
days, isn't it?
Does
Yeah,
that
that
not
does.
sound he's
That
playing
does.
a role-playing
That
game?
does.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like, how are you going to solve the solution? Well,
I'm gonna hit
I'm
it.
going to turn into a frog.
I'm
Why?
gonna marry him.
So what's the name of the god you've gone for again? I can't remember. I can't even remember the name of the god I'm playing.
It's
as.
one of the. Oh crap! What was it?
See?
Your one- No.
Is it
Hey,
Tsukiyomi?
well,
That's.
you can find out in 2 weeks on the first
Oh,
proper
no,
episode.
you can go check out Session
Well,
0 and see
mine-
mine.
You can
Mine
find
is
out Roger's
Nazar.
on session 2.
Mine is Nazar of the Celestial Bureaucracy, which is the Chinese pantheon.
Okay.
I think mine's Tsukiyomi, which is the Japanese god of the moon.
Okay, cool.
Basically,
you're like a
He's a
shadow
freaking
ninja.
I am the
ninja.
god of smoke and mirrors. I have darkness, moon, and psychopomp.
Whereas
And I love being able to say psychopomp.
I was going to
It's a
say,
great
did you
word.
just say psychopomp?
Psychopomp? I think it's
Okay.
a
Or
brilliant
just-
The more
or
you
just
say it,
psycho.
the more it sounds like Mr. Bean saying it.
Yes, it
Rowan
does.
Atkinson, they
Yeah.
really overpronounce the plosives.
Well, you have
Like
to.
a-
for it.
You have to
Bob.
say it. You have to.
Try
Yeah,
and
exactly.
hit the camera
It's
with
like-
a little bit of sense. That's the way to do it.
Oh dear.
It's exactly. You have to say like psychopomp.
So yeah, moon
I like it.
and darkness and Batman. I mean, what?
Basically, I can turn invisible and walk through walls at later levels.
Whereas Whereas mine's got
I don't wanna
sky,
be that.
fire, and war. So I'm going to be playing Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, we were having a brief chat about it earlier on. Weren't we?
Please,
I think
can
Nicholas-
one start quietly screaming in the
Nicholas
corner
is
while
going to
you're
make us a
Quietly.
gift, isn't he?
You do have to stand there for at least an entire season screaming, and then right at the end go
Quietly in the
"Ah!"
background.
Quietly
Yeah.
screaming.
vaguely remember at some point Goku missing a spirit bomb after spending like 5 or 6 episodes charging it.
You see, the thing is,
Can we just establish
And
Goku
it's just-
is useful?
It-
And then he missed.
it-
Oh, what needs to happen? He missed.
it's
I-
been
I
ages
might
since
be-
I watched the original. I've only
I
watched
only
Dragon
watched
Ball
it
Abridged.
as a teenager.
Dragon
Abridged.
Ball Z Abridged on YouTube is amazing.
Oh, really?
It's
It's
so
cut out all
funny.
the screaming.
Yeah, they've just
well,
cut it down and dubbed it.
And
it's
dubbed
just,
it.
oh,
It's brilliant.
right, okay.
It's actually genius.
I
That
tried to
sounds
watch
like
The
it.
Frieza saga that they did is just hilarious.
and it doesn't take months.
Frieza and Vegeta are the best characters.
Vegeta.
They are so cool. You're stupid! Stop being so stupid! Is one of Frieza's phrases he says to
not,
Goku.
not that Roger's, got a kind of spiritual connection with this
I
character.
do have a spiritual connection. I want
Just
to,
hates
take over
everyone.
the universe. I hate people, and I hate
Okay.
Moving on.
apart from the patrons
So did you
Yes.
just get the phone book
and
and
viewers.
write Book of Grudges on the phone? That's what you did.
That would take time.
I know, it kind of, but I got all
and
of
then
the phone
flick,
books.
and then flick through it.
And you
just
mean the Google
highlight-
grudges?
highlight a couple of names. I don't mind that one.
If you really,
That
That
one's
one
alright.
is tolerable.
if you really get to know somebody, you can invest in some Tibex.
Yeah.
Yellow tickets.
Well, just
Oh,
names,
dear.
so-
Yes.
Avaland? No, probably not.
What?
Yellow paint.
Yeah, Avalanche are yellow, black and yellow, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, but like for Yellow Pages, Sipex. It'd probably be more.
Oh, sorry,
Uriel.
the GW paint colour. Sorry, I thought you were referring to the part of the.
Obviously.
Well, I thought you were referring to part of the Empire.
Kevin is hiding his head under his coat there.
Well, I was A thinking of.
Well, why
Woodford
would
and
I
B
be talking
thinking of.
about the
Gilet,
Empire? Oh, wait.
actually. What's going on
Yeah.
there?
Why would you be talking about that, given we're here to play Woodford?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's
And
nice.
this is where everyone's going, why are we watching
like my
these
coat
people?
is a cup of tea.
Well, I have a code exactly like this. It literally is the same company that make it.
Yeah.
And she, for some reason, well, actually, it's really good recycling.
You sure she didn't? Have you lost your coat?
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's funny, I have a coat just like this, you
This
know.
one is more bubbly.
Okay.
Bubbles.
So it's got. It's got.
But it's really nice cycling, and then you can
It does.
you don't worry.
Bubbles.
Are we a full,
Okay.
Are we a full house?
I think we are. No,
No,
Jim
Jim
isn't coming, unfortunately.
Heartwind's
So
people needed
I
him.
think what we'll do
Because he's a
is we shall round up this
Nonsense.
live broadcast because it's descending into chaos now that these two are sitting next to each other. I know, and it's quickly descended into chaos. Barely control.
I'd like to.
I resemble that
distaste
remark.
Of chaos, personally.
Okay. Anyway,
No, everyone stopped talking.
we are going to go now. We're going to film episode
Some.
7,
I think.
episode some of Flint and Steel. And that will be out on the
God,
channel on
yes.
Saturday. Go and check out Escape the Dark Castle. Go check out Scion Session
Did you
0.
just lick Bagrick's character sheet?
He did. He did. No, he did. He did.
He says pretend.
Kevin licked Bagrick's character sheet. Anyway,
It's pretty
the picture of him naked, is that the bit you licked? Oh, God, he's stuffing it down. the
Oh,
chest.
now he's touching himself.
Okay, right. So we're going to go now. And we will see you next time on Garblag Games.
Okay,
Thank you for joining
Looking
us.
forward to it. Have a good evening. And you.
Bye.